graduated from high school in the small town of Washington, North Carolina. She'd grown up under the unfair and prejudicial Jim Crow laws, and she was ready for a fresh start, far from the South. She joined the Army in 1951 in the midst of the Korean War. Painfully shy, Private First Class Keyes found boot camp to be intimidating, but quickly made two best friends, one white and one black. The U.S. Army had desegregated all units several years earlier. PFC Keyes was assigned to Fort Dix, New Jersey, and our mighty First Army. She wore the same historic Block A patch that is on our left shoulder today. Even as she worked at the hospital at Fort Dix, two of Sarah's brothers deployed to fight in Korea. In August 1952, PFC Keyes boarded a bus for her first visit home in years. She sat near the middle of the bus and fell asleep as they lumbered south. She was jolted awake in the small city of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, still a couple of hours from her home. The bus driver was standing over her, instructing her to give up her seat for a white passenger and to move to the back of the bus. PFC Keyes believed two things in that moment. The back of the bus would be bumpy, and because this was an interstate bus, federal law should supersede Jim Crow and allow her to sit wherever she wanted. "I'm comfortable right here," PFC Keyes replied. 3 police officers showed up moments later and hauled her to the city jail.
And the policeman was standing about 5 feet away. I said to myself, "Oh God, Sarah, you are in trouble." Oh boy. So they locked me up for sure.
In a filthy cell, PFC Keyes refused to sully her dress Army uniform, so she stood all night long, for 13 hours in Army-issued black heels, pacing and praying. In the morning, the police chief told her she was being fined and released. But before he sent her back to the bus station, he asked her what uniform she was wearing.
I said, "You mean to tell me you don't know the United States Army uniform?" So he said to me, "That's why you spent the night in jail, because you're too damn small."
Sarah rode in the back of that final bus home. PFC Keyes' father was furious when he heard the story. The family hired a civil rights lawyer and filed a case with the Interstate Commerce Commission, which regulates American bus and train transportation. The case took 2 years, and the commission ruled against PFC Keyes. Sarah was brokenhearted. Her tour in the Army was up, and she began attending beauty school in New York. But she couldn't let the case die. She filed an appeal. In November of 1955, Sarah received a call. Her appeal had succeeded. The commission ruled that neither interstate buses nor trains could assign seating based on the color of a passenger's skin.